Hello. I guess I had unmuted my mic already. Because then I went to unmute it, and I clicked mute it, and it muted. So, hopefully, I don't think I was really saying anything, but if I was, no, because you just got some random background noise. Good morning, Karazest. Thanks for the wave. How's it going? How's my mic today? It seems like it's a little on the lower end, but let me know. It's the daily mic troubles of not wanting to be, you know, at the right spot. So, alternative perspective, you're the only person I follow who does this kind of notification message. If you did them when I started following you. Generally quiet. Hey, so Lily, thanks for joining again. This kind of notification. What is my notification message right now? I don't know. I like changed a while ago, I think. Just bump it up a little bit. What is the notification message right now? Oh, click to disable these notifications. I could change it. I think I want to go back to this one. I know you can't see what I'm typing, but you'll see it tomorrow. Okay. All right. It's afternoon where you are. It's very early in the morning where I am. But I guess that makes sense. I think you said you're in the UK. So it would be the afternoon. All right. So I just want to softly get into this. I need to remember exactly where I was. But I think I was working with the objectives. And I wanted to make sure that the flow works normally, right? Like if I get to the base, everything's kind of working, like the requirements are progressing and stuff like that. I think there was something wrong with it when I ended the stream yesterday, but I can't remember what that is anymore. So that's why I need to play the game and actually find out. A little tired, more tired today for some reason. I don't know. I got to bed at I think a normal time. Well, not a normal time, but like the time that I was supposed to get to bed at, basically. Very few people fall asleep at like 8:30. So I wouldn't qualify that as normal. But alrighty. He's hanging out down here. He's just, he sometimes doesn't like to be up there. I need a toad now, like the wind. It's like a wind zone. Oh, what about this? Still more wind somewhere, I think. If I type in wind zone. Yeah, no, nothing. Okay. It does seem calmer though. Maybe I should just make her like passive animation be slower. Maybe that's it. Can I modify that one? No, I can modify it here though. I can go like 0.7. I shouldn't really bother spending any time on this because I'm gonna replace that model. That's definitely, I think I'm not even allowed to like use this model in a production setting. Like I don't think you're allowed to sell games with it. So God, his face. So bright. But if I should like turn off the flash, I think it makes more sense to just say, hey, it's a just copy the Flint model and don't mention. Just like add more hair, just like take his hair and duplicate it down. There is actually like a sci-fi female of the same pack as this, so I could always default to that, but I'm not even really a fan of the Flynn one even, so I might just find something completely different. You know, assuming I can find something for either free or extremely cheap that suits my needs, I will probably do that. Where the heck is Flynn in this? Just go click on him and see. Because the other solution to this is basically make it so that if I have Flynn, I put him in like a characters layer, and then have the flashlight not actually affect him. Because this looks terrible. I just have him kind of generally lit. Like these little lights on his face or something like that. Garzis, you don't understand how hard 3D modeling is. Especially for people. I assure you, whatever I made would not resemble a human. Yeah, no, don't do about that. I just tone it down. It's kind of okay, but then yeah, it's the background is kind of weird. Yeah, I might put them on a different layer and then light them separately. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Quickly do that. Again, though, why am I spending time on this? I might change it. I guess either way, I would still do the same thing. Probably no matter what. Which character is going to look like that. But yeah, I shouldn't spend time doing it. I'll tweak those type of things when I actually get what I think is my final character. Yeah. Okay, but those are environments. They're like walls. You know how like much different it is to make like a wall that is square and then like do some furniture versus people? I completely, yeah, so I need to play, and then I need to actually check with what I was supposed to be checking is the requirements and stuff. I mean, trees are not that crazy. I mean, leaves are definitely annoying, but you can mostly do that with textures, though. Like, you just have, like, leaves are just, like, little squares that you model, and then you actually have a texture of a leaf that you draw on both sides, and then you got a leaf. It's, like, super simple. You don't actually model the leaves, because that would be crazy. Like, I can bet you see all these things, these trees. Come on, let me select the tree. These are all these leaves. They're just one. Can I actually see the mesh? I know there's a view, I think. Wait. How do you see? Right, these are just little they're little squares, and they've just made a picture that's transparent on the edges. That's how they do leaves, right? Super easy. Apply that to a face? My God. It's crazy. Okay, so let's check the requirements. Oh, hey, Polygon. So come and drop it in. So I've get to the rune entrance, and that should change as soon as I get over here. But of course, hey, Slowpoke, look at this. You beat me. Oh, like the book you gave me. I skimmed it. No clue. Look at if you needed it, you just tell me. Got it. Thanks for explaining. And then open the door at the ruins. Okay, so now it's updated. And then if I actually open the door, I don't know if I've actually investigate the ruins completed. It says it's completed, but then that's awkward. Right. Sort of yes, sort of no. Polygon. I guess it depends on how long you've seen it. I've been like adding a stupid amount of systems in here, right? So like there's the dialogue, and I added this world thing. It's mainly just an asset pack, but I just tweaked a little path inside it, and then got this starting door. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So then, yeah, it has been a while. This is kind of the whole intro narrative that I'm trying to craft, so people are not immediately shown the Morse code, and also there's a story. Let's see. Yeah, it keeps saying it's completed, but then it doesn't actually complete, which is kind of funny. So lately I've been working on this objectives system. And so the open the door to the runes though isn't actually saying it's complete, but in trigger requirement. You don't have to stay in the trigger, as soon as you get there, it's completed. So this should be completed. And it's the irregular human. Thanks for dropping in. I was actually thinking irregular. I don't think you're in the indie creators Discord that Fox Hollow set up. I think you know Fox Hollow, but I'm not sure if you are in that one. But if you aren't, I can get you in. I just need to get your Discord name, so I can invite you. I just oh, I had that on screen. Oops. Okay. Well, if you create one and create a new one, and then just join this Discord. This is my Discord, and then I can add you to it. You're currently using your private Discord for most things, and I need some separation. Yeah, that's fair. I just bit the bullet and changed my private to Risky Biscuit Games, and now it's Risky Biscuit Games. Because I don't have time for private Discord life, you know? Anything that's basically just out of work. Yeah, this is what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to figure out why my objectives is... So it's triggering on complete each time, which I guess is somewhat logical because the in-trigger requirement, if I'm setting is in trigger to true, but I'm not... If it already is true, I probably don't need to set it in complete. So I should probably say here we should say and not is in trigger, so we don't constantly keep completing it. That's probably what's causing the whole flow there, but in the objective requirement complete though, yeah, it's saying it's completed and then setting inactive. So is this thing inactive? It is inactive. Okay. It is actually 5, yeah, basically 5 a.m. Yeah. I wake up at 4 o'clock every morning. because otherwise I would have no time. It's basically I get these are my precious few moments that my kids are still sleeping, and I get to do things. I tried the other way where like I would put them to sleep at like 8 p.m. and then I would work until like 10, and then wake up, at like 7, because that's kind of 7:30 is when my kids get up. I don't get as much time. I get more time this way. I get normally about 2.5 to 3 hours this way. Versus I'd only get like 10 the other way. And I just feel worse waking up, staying up later like that versus doing this. So I need to let the dog out. A moment. Go out. I'll just leave the door open because you can do this soon. Yeah, I mean, people say it's like to wake up this early is not that crazy if you fall asleep at 8:30, right? Like, it's just I just moved my sleep time and my wake up time like a little bit, but I guess people think it's crazier than it is. All right, so if it's active, then on complete, we meet the success requirements, and then we deactivate the requirements, and then remove the active objective. Right. Yeah, exactly. As long as I get the 8 hours, which I mostly do. I mean, I may be getting like 7.5 or something, but it's close enough. Okay, so now when I remove them, I probably should be doing something different because I'm now spawning these objectives in. I should probably destroy them when they're done. So we'll activate an objective. We instantiate it. Yeah, we should probably destroy him. It's weird that it was even still showing up though in here. I wonder if I would want to keep it, but then mark it as complete. Probably not. No worries. Glad you could drop in. Good final time of working. I'll still be on for another 2 hours. So I don't know when you end work, but if you end work before then feel free to come back and say hi again. So this is going through all of my active objectives. So it's not really removing it then, is it? Weird. Yeah. Huh. Because it should be removing it, because it should be completing. In the objective section, it should be completing itself. Objective dot game object. destroy that. Let's see if that does anything though, because it seems like if this were happening, it would not be showing up here. Like obviously when I get to this point right now, it's still got it in here. So I feel like this is never getting called. Even though it's saying the investigate the rune completed, yeah, so that's getting called. That's up before this part. So this should be getting called. It is not. Oh, it's because it had limited initiations. And so this was never getting called, which means it never got removed. Okay. How do I stop that then? What I could go is, it's a little hacky, but I go initiations. Or is this not? So initiations left. What's public? Oh, it wasn't underscore. I see. I can specifically set it to 1 here, so that when I set it inactive, it will work once, which is fine because it's gonna get destroyed later. Karazes just watches it work. It depends what your work is, right? Like, I watch a lot of Twitch while I'm at work because I'm just working on my computer. I'm just gotta like co-working with people basically. But if you actually need to be paying attention to specific things, you know, it can be a little bit harder. Yes, I did recompile. Thank you. Thanked myself there. I just always forget, and so I'm just like, I am happy I checked before I forgot about it. All right, let's go. All right, yeah, of course. So that initiates right there. And so I think because I had set the initiation level to 1, it didn't work out so well. Beat you? No, god damn it. Okay, he's gonna win this time. Oh no. Oh, he got ahead of him. Ha ha ha. Suck it, Flynn. I love how I have like a little branching thing there, just if you beat him. The fun little addition. What hacking protocol? I skimmed it. Of course I know. Let's see you open it. Okay, and so now, yeah, okay, so open the door to the runes isn't complete. Why does it think it's complete? So I'm gonna go to probably the data configs. Oh no, these are all in resources for now. Objectives, intro objective. So get to the ruins. I didn't want to, now don't want this to I don't complete it because it can just be slashed. But this should not be completed. Generate. Let me just go to. Or maybe it wasn't jump to it's just there's get details. If requirement is complete, it's when I. Oh, there. Okay. So yeah, I was just striking through it when it shouldn't have been. So this should not be struck through, but you know, it'll be. And then we actually get that completing. Okay, so then that'll destroy the objective, and I have no more objectives, which is fine. So I'll enter in here, and that part will be done. Okay. So I believe that actually makes the objective system functional. I'll need to now add something so that after this completes, we'll unhide another one. So then the next one would be enter the runes, right? Just do some localization here. Enter the ruins. Enter the ruins. And is it going to be a tag requirement, or actually maybe it should be explore the ruins? More open-ended. What's actually the first objective called? Oh, it's called investigate the ruins, right? Okay. I'll just call it enter, I guess. Yeah, enter's fine. And then it should be self-explanatory. You go in the door, basically. I'm not gonna put this tag though. I don't know what I want yet. Yeah, I'll have to think about what I want exactly here. It probably will just be another trigger area that I have to walk into. So actually, I should, yeah, I'll remove this. I'll just make it a trigger point probably for now. In trigger requirement, stand trigger, no. And then enter the runs is hidden by default. And then you just need to go for this one, unhide this one. All right. And yeah, this one isn't hide and complete, and this one isn't hide and complete. So these things will just like cross themselves out when you complete them, and then we'll just keep going. All right, now I did have another thought on one of these dialogue things is the intro scene first dialogue, and then I want to say instead of any time, I feel like that's kind of weak as a thing to say. And so I was thinking something a little bit more descriptive. Like we've been halfway through the galaxy. To a forbidden planet. Outlawed in is the least I could do. It's kind of like a winky face moment. I think it's kind of cute. I guess I could say forgotten. Yeah. I'm really regretting making the name forgotten. To some degree. There's a way I'm going to use it, but to some degree it would have been easier to say like Forbidden Planet or like Dead Planet, but there's a lot of things I'd have to do to change it now. So it's kind of just like I have to deal with it. And I think it's forgotten. I always misspell it. Yeah, okay, that's how Kara's spelled it, so this is probably how you spell it. All right. Okay. It does. It's like as just no narrative like connection. Forgotten sounds better. Yes. It's just like narratively making that make sense. Like I have to stretch it now because originally my narrative was gonna be like you're you're coming into the storyline like 200 years after the thing came around, in which case made sense that it was kind of forgotten. But now I kind of want it for the character of Claire to work better. It needs to be like within 30 years or something. And so it'd be a little less logical, but kind of one of those things that just has to happen. Like I said, there's a way I'm gonna actually incorporate that a little bit better. It's a little later. Okay. So okay. What am I doing next? So I've added the objective, intro objective. I have this one that has an in-trigger requirement, but it's not actually in there. So that's a thing. It's basically, yeah, it's not going to happen, so that's fine. It'll just be an objective that you can't complete, which is okay for now. It doesn't have to be completable. Although it does need to actually be part of this intro objective chain, because otherwise it won't work. So do that. All right. And then what I want to do next is kind of silly thing, but I realized that because I haven't been playing with sound, the sounds that I have, like for footsteps, don't really make sense because they're all, where are they? They're all metal, right? So if you're actually listening to probably this part when you're walking, it doesn't make any sense. And so what I want to do is create something that can hold different sounds and just have like one, because I have this whole pack, right? And I have one for like dirty ground, which I could just swap in. I just need to grab it and use these ones. But I need a little asset or a little thing to reference instead of referencing these. And then I can swap that back and forth is the idea. So I'm going to quickly do that. And then I will start working on the staircase down going into the lab where more gameplay will happen. So scripts. Where would I put this in the scripts section? Character. It's probably in character. That's a good spot for it. So then we're gonna make a foot step sounds. I'll just call it footstep sounds. Okay, so this will be a scriptable object. Then we need a create menu thing. Which I probably don't need to really think about it that much. So then we have that, and then this will basically just have, let's close all the others, and then let's open up specifically, I think, I can't remember if it's base character that has the sounds or if it's in FPS. Might be an FPS. Yeah. So we have these two things. Don't want to delete them yet because I want to copy the values that they have. But we'll have this, and then what we're going to replace this with is basically a public foot step sounds, foot step sounds thingy. And then what I'm going to do is wherever I would use this, which I think yeah, let's just swap them out. So let's go footstep sounds dot I didn't make these public. Yeah, so these got to be public now. Public. Public. All right, footstep sounds, running, okay. And we go back over here, and then we go now. It is kind of redundant. Maybe I should call these, since I'm renaming this, walking sounds, and then running sounds. Just, you know, let's be explicit, right? And then this is just footstep sound. Okay. And we got that all in there now. That's all hooked up. So I just need to create an asset here and drag and drop it in. And we're mostly good to go. Still some things I'll have to tweak around that, but it should be okay. So data, I'll put this in configs. Make another folder for it, why not? Folder, step sounds, create. It should technically be in here. I probably need to recompile them. Okay. Okay. Right, so now I should be able to create them. That's what I'm doing. Footstep sounds right there. Okay, so this is going to be lab area footstep sounds. Probably really only need 2 of these, at least from what I expect, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. This will be forest area footstep sounds. Okay, and then in here we're just going to lock this for a second, then we're going to go to FPS player, look at this, and then I should be able to actually go copy, paste. Sweet, that actually does work. And then copy, paste. So now all of those sounds over there. And what I'll do is drag that into footstep sounds. So that's the default basically. Apply. And then what I need is a initiate thing that will then set the footstep sounds. So I need to go into my initiate system and go initiators, go create C# script, set footstep sounds. I guess I can also go to base character now and actually remove, or not base character FPS, and remove those old fields, because now I've serialized the new ones and copied all those values, so these don't matter anymore. So before I get into that one, just do one other thing is in conf in step sounds. Just gonna go find these. One second. Step sounds. Select this, and then select this. Unlock this. And go back to this area, and then we're going to go to dirty ground, walk. We take all of these walking sounds, throw them in there, and then we're going to go run, take all of these and throw them in there. Cool. Then we actually have those. So then back to the script though. So we're gonna go base initiate. Yeah, let's make it inherit this, an abstract class. So then on initiation, we need to have first a serialized field that is private, not partial, private please, of the foot steppy sounds, footstep sounds, sure. I should probably put the underscore in there though. And then we take the footsteppy sounds and we say if footstep sounds equals null, we're not going to do anything because that would cause bad things. But then otherwise we're going to go base character dot instance base character dot character. I guess I should check if base character actually exists just to also not have any errors. Base character dot instance no dot character dot. Right, this is still his base character though. I guess I have to go as FPS character FPS. You know what we'll do? We'll go and base character is character FPS. Character FPS. There we go, and then we go character FPS dot footstep sounds dot or equal our new footstep sounds. There we go. How is that? Oh, not. I think. And this should be or. There we go. Yeah. That can't be an accent. Use pattern matching. Oh, okay. Is not. Cool. Cool C# little tidbit that is not. That's actually cool. It's almost like a sentence, you know? It's kind of fascinating how coding is coming back around to being like that's actually almost a sentence, you know? Base character is not character FPS. It's like almost a sentence. Doesn't mean anything probably to anyone that's not a coder, but it looks almost like a sentence, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that'll set my footsteps, and then all I need to do is compile. And then in a few key spots, I basically need to have something that calls that and then you know, initiates the sound change. Okay. Okay. Where do I want to put these? Do I just put them in the middle of the world? Maybe. So maybe I should just delete these two. Wait, what? Hey, I don't know why I should have two of these. So this one actually still exists. I think, right? That's the lake that actually exists. What lake is this? I guess this lake technically exists too, but it's out of the play space and you're not going to see it. So let's just delete that. It's good. We're changing the footstep sounds. My objective system works now. How's your work going? Do you do software dev as like your actual work too? Just maybe not like gaming or? Okay. WPF and stuff. I don't even know what WPF means. What's WPF? Windows Presentation Foundation is an open source and user interface Windows-based desktop applications. Ah, so you're making like corporate software or something like that. Okay. So yeah, let's just make a separate little empty child here. We'll call this dirt step sounds, and then I'll have one later that I will set to do this. Okay, so let's kind of want to position it near to the ruins, just because this is kind of our choke point where it transitions from dirt sounds to metal clanking sounds. So that's where I'm going to put it. We're going to add a foot steppy sounds thing, and then we're going to grab the forest area, and then we're going to have an initiate. I can do it on level load, but that actually has some problems in that when I load it, it might have issues. Like if I load and I'm further past. So I actually kind of almost need a persistent state on these footsteps so that if they're active, they know that they're active. And then they, when I would load back in, they would kind of set what was the last one. But the slight trouble with that is I guess I'm not, is I wouldn't, I'd be turning on if I have two, like, so if I have two of these, if I turn one on and then I go into another area and I turn the other one on, this one doesn't get turned off necessarily. Wonder if I just like could, like, in the player, just track, like, what the current footstep sounds are in some manager and then save and load that. It's probably a better way of doing it than having these things manage it. And then these things can just manage, hey, setting the change. That's probably a better way of doing it. But which manager would I use to do that? Or do I have to make a footstep manager? Because I'm probably leaning toward making a footstep manager right now. Unless there's a manager already that makes sense. Player stats, pass, yeah. Yes, correct. Let's just make a footstep manager. It's going to be not take that long, and then I can just save and load it pretty easily. So do I managers, yeah, game managers, create C# script, footstep manager. Here I thought I was just making a quick little thing to make some footstep sounds. Never as simple. Never as simple as just changing some footsteps when you have saves in your game. So we're gonna open this up, delete all this crap, go make it a game manager, make it implement the things that need to be, make it implement the things that need to be implemented. Alrighty, okay. And so in here, I'm gonna have a list, because I don't want to have to make these like in resources. So I'm just gonna have a list of private we'll make this an array even. Footstep sounds, an array of footstep sound configs, and then we initialize. I don't think I need to do anything there, but I should then have a public step sound. We'll have it as like an active footstep sound, and we'll just make that a get private set sweat private sweat. Okay, then in the initialize, I think I don't need to do anything, just on complete. Invoke. No. Let's do it this way. And then we go to load data and save data. So I'm gonna add in here just a simple little stringy string. So public string active footstep config name, and then the footstep manager is going to, when we save, we're gonna go and yeah, we're gonna, I guess I'll make an assumption that active footstep sound is never null. So we'll go and so save data, save data dot active footstep config name equals active footstep sound dot name. And then when we load data, we're going to go through for each var foot sounds in underscore footstep configs. Then it's explicit. Oh, okay, just took a second there. All right, then foot sounds in footstep configs. So we're gonna go through these if the save data dot active footstep config name, if this is null or empty, so it has no thing. So if it is null or empty, right? Dot is null or empty, or maybe I should put this on the second line. If a bug that keeps trying to walk into my face, I don't like it. Do not like it one little bit. Or to paraphrase Dr. Seuss, foot sounds dot name. So if we equal the name, or we are null or empty, then we're gonna go and we're gonna set this to be our active footstep sound. Now, yeah, at this point it should be fine just to do that. It's just loading. Foot sounds, and then we're gonna break the loop. If for some reason active foot sounds is null here, like say I've set some weird data and I deleted a footstep sound or something and it had a weird name that no longer exists, we're just gonna set it to be equal to safe get 0. Just grab the first one. That should be good enough. Okay, and so that should handle that part. Now we do need to go and make a public method somewhere here. So let's write that up top. Public void set. Oh, okay, my book change. Footstep sound. So I want to do it now through here. So we'll have the initiate thing called this instead. Footstep sound, sure. And in here we will set the active footstep sound equal to footstep sounds. I guess I should still guard against saying if footstep sounds equals null. And let's not do that, because that would be rude. I'm gonna set this. I guess we could also just add in here, or if it already equals this, there's no point in doing anything more. Then we're gonna go and check if base character dot and do the stuff that we were doing in here, basically. Just removing that. So if base character is not base character, we're going to return. Otherwise, we're going to set it to the sounds that we just set it to. And then in footstep sounds, we are now just going to call. Actually, yeah, I do need to make this a singleton. So let's do that. Public static footstep manager instance get private set need to set that here. So this, okay, and then footstep sounds. We go. Woo. Footstep manager dot instance dot change footstep sound to be our footstep sounds. There we go. Now we actually have something that saves our footsteps. So whenever we load in again, it'll keep track of the footstep sounds. Which is probably a thing that not very many people care about, but I care about it. And thus, it will be done. Okay. I should call this manager, footstep manager. He's not just some sounds, he's a manager. He deserves his proper title. Footstep manager. There we go. Bing bada boom, we've got our manager now. Okay. So dirt step sounds. Going back here, we can now wait until it loads. That's what we're doing. We can now wait until it loads. But I also have, is it initiate on load? And this is actually gets persistently tracked, so it only happens once. And I can actually add the dirt step sounds to that. So we'll add it there, so it'll set it active. And it'll just activate. And then we will also though add a trigger, initiate on trigger volume here, and it will initiate this set active. Doesn't actually matter what the type of thing is there, it just will initiate. And we will add a box collider. There's a trigger here. I want to rotate slightly. Question is, how much do I care that it's on the stairs sounding like metal, or am I fine with just making it as soon? I think I am fine with this, making it as soon as you actually walk into here is when you'll get the metal sound, basically. Although I could make it kind of out here. I just need to make this a lot wider. Because there's the slight possibility that you could like crawl around here and not get in it, but that's probably okay to me. I think not many people are going to care about that. It's like, oh, you cheated the game and you now have metal footsteps outside. Well, congratulations, I guess. I don't know. It's just, I guess, rotate that slightly differently though, so it's a little bit better. Okay, there we go. And then let's go duplicate this again, and then we're gonna go make this the metal step sounds. And then we just basically change this to the lab area, and then adjust the collider so that it's kind of in here, and just a bit smaller on the Z. I think I inverted it. Oops. Okay. That's pretty good. Basically, when you hit that point, let's get out of ISO. View. Oh, and lift this up a bit. So as soon as you walk into here, you will start getting those footsteppy sounds. Okay. Let's see if that all works. Why do I have a notification here? Okay. It was a meaningless thing. So many notifications that don't mean anything. Let's just make this a little bigger so people can actually see what's going on. So, I guess I should say, thanks for coming with me. You know, we've been friends since 4. Going halfway across the galaxy to a forgotten planet in a nation we're outlawed is the least I could do. Let's go find that road. Right. Supposed to be racing you. I also want to check. Okay, so get to the rune entrance. That's my objective right now. Need to find a corner I can cut ahead of him. No. I think he's gonna beat me this time. He's gonna beat me. It's okay. It's alright. You can let him win this one. Hey there, Slowpoke. Look at this. The ring still has power. So that will be used for my hacking protocol after all. I like the one. I skimmed it. Of course I know. Let's see you open it. I will open it, Flynn. Okay, well, maybe not the first time, but I wanted to see this. Anyways. Yeah, so it crosses out, open the door to the rooms. Now, enter the rooms. Haha! And, okay, I guess I need to check what my sounds are. So, settings, let's just... Do I have music on here? I think so, but I think it's a different set. Sounds. It's very quiet. I did put my SFX volume down. Ah, it's seamless. Oh, that's amazing. The sounds you guys probably can't even hear. But yeah, okay, that's perfect. Sweet. Those things that most people don't care about, but I do. So let's log that down as a success, and then we will. I think we can actually go and start making the actual lab. Let's make the staircase down. Into the depths we go. At some point, I definitely need to make a clue. I think it's occlusion, right? I need to bake occlusion here because once you go into here, you're never seeing anything out here again. So that should all just get hidden because you ain't seeing it anymore. So it's all kind of useless. There's also a lot in this scene that I just need to be like destroying, like all these rocks. there's no reason for these rocks to exist. You're never going to see any of this. But that's for another day. When I like actually do some like performance passes and stuff, which I am definitely not doing right now. So what I am trying to do right now, so there's like a gigantic rock right underneath there. Why? Oh, is this because I moved up all the terrain? Yeah. Let's just delete those. They don't need to exist. Same thing with this. Right, yeah, all of that stuff is definitely not needed. Trying to do is I was hoping I need to figure out how I can make this section go down. So let's turn off the lighting just so I can actually see some of the stuff. So I need to figure out how they put it together, and then I can maybe try to make it so that it angles downwards, which I guess, assuming I can tilt this, like have some sort of thing that angles it down, then just duplicating all these and facing it at an angle would work there. So the general idea would be to get one of these stairs. Oh, the stairs are actually in the airlock. There is a stairs section, though. I thought the stairs were... Oh, yeah. No, the stairs are actually... There's a prefab for them. But I think there was like a bigger set of stairs. Yeah, this set of stairs. Okay. So the thought would be, let's see if this works. I might not because I have this thing, so yeah, it's probably not gonna work. This thing is very not on the grid. It's kind of annoying that alright, there's the vertex snapping thing though. Okay, so let's just rotate this the way I want it, and then maybe, no, it's not even what angle is this airlock? Let's take that angle. And then, yeah, there we go. And then, what I want to do is grab this and then snap it to like one of these things. Woo! That's not exactly where it is, but it's super close. So, he will take it. He will take it. There we go. Do I have it? Maybe if I don't even want this piece. In which case, I'd want to undo me moving that slightly over, and then just delete this, I think. Yeah, because then these two meet. Although that kind of actually like flushes over that edge a little bit. Yeah, okay, I think that's fine. Maybe we need to move this slightly up. Or do I want to move this thing slightly down? No, I do not want to move this thing slightly down. I could maybe scale it up though. Scale it up in the Y just so that it covers that gap a little bit better. and then move it slightly down. There you go. Okay. Yeah, no one's gonna look at that too harshly, I think. All right. I'm gonna have to have a couple of these down, but first of all, I need to figure out how to get the rest of this to angle that way, which is gonna be something. Because I don't know. Where I would do that. I guess actually the best way to do this would be go back to their sample scene, see if there's actually anything in there that actually does something like that, and then rip it off like any good game designer does. That still definitely has a gap. I probably need to fix that, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay, so I think I only know, I only seem to recall one area where they actually like go down a level. Excuse me, it was down here, right? Oh, okay, so that's how they went down. Yeah, so they didn't have any angles there. That sucks. I could kind of borrow this type of layout though, like you start doing that and then just have some walls on the side, right? As it kind of goes down. Maybe. That probably won't look too bad. Because this is like the level connector, you know? So you wrap that around, you put some of these things. You don't even need to put those things around because you just have walls on the edge, right? And then we go down. I'd have just walls on the side as you kind of keep going down. That would probably look passable. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Do that. Okay. So it was level connector. It's a very interesting initial angle that it has. Let's also delete this thing. Okay. Great. That's a great angle to start with. So X, just rotate other way. There we go. Then I need to I feel like kind of what I should do is I should have create an empty here. Lab parent object. And then what we do here is I'm going to zero it out and paste just this rotation. in. And then we can take the airlock, for example, throw it into there. So airlock has no rotation. And then I can do the same thing with these guys. And so now the level connector, I just need to make it have 0 rotation, and that's a lot easier to manage for everything that I just put inside here. I just have it locally kind of scale like that. So for this guy, pretty sure he was working with this prefab, but he seems a little small for it right now. Maybe he needs to be a little higher. Probably needs to be a little higher. There we go. Okay. So effectively, this thing should now be on touching the edge. So let's try to see if I can handle that. If I do that, do I need this thing now? Oh, no. God. Hide the whole airlock. Hide just this. So I think that might blend it better. And then I might just need to take the staircase and move it slightly down. I kind of going with that. I don't know. Maybe also slightly more forward. Is this the right one? Yeah, this is the right direction. Ah, God. Okay. So I think go like. Oh, the transform thing? That's just a custom code thing I wrote. Just so I can kind of do a little bit more finessing on certain things. Just allows me to, yeah, toggle between snap settings and stuff. 9, 5. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Okay. Could probably toss you the script. It's just like one script that manages the transform. Are these just a bunch of the same thing, just duplicated? Kind of seems like it, yeah. God, this prop. There's just so many of them. Is there a nice way to maybe select all of them and just extend it out without starting to select things that are not part of the ceiling? Okay, let's see. No, some grab it, not the ceiling. Okay. Not complain, please. I need to make sure I get all of these. Okay. Should really have done that selection in airlock. Does it? Yeah, it doesn't keep the selection. Yeah, okay. So what I want to do, I'll just redo it here. It's fine. Okay. There's some over here that I didn't select. Alrighty. So then I want to go and create an empty parent. And this will be ceiling. Right. Okay. And then let's save that. Go back out. And then I can just duplicate the ceiling. To get out of the airlock though. I'll just extend it out here on the Z, by the way. Oh, I missed a piece on either side. Yeah, okay. Well, let's go fix that. Airlocky. I think it's this piece and this piece. Yeah, you should be in the ceiling. There you go. There we go. There we go. Now we can copy this again. We can go to the ceiling. It will duplicate you. Go lower, and then pull you out of here. Okay, so now there's this awkward part where these two don't quite. I think they line up pretty good there, but there's this space, so we gotta just fill that space up, I guess. Wait, is there still gaps? Okay, well, I mean, it's not. I'll fill that up. I'm just gonna copy this, and then I guess it's moving on the X. Nope. The way. Yeah, let's make the. Temporarily going to here, so I can change this. The 1.25 though? Make this out of 2. Let's see. Was it this one? Oh yeah, there we go. There, that's the thing I need to change. And then go back to local. And what was I selecting? This part, I see? No. There would have been something in here. Oh no, not in ceiling. In this ceiling. It's this thing. There we go. There we go. So now it's filled in, and then I just need something to fill in this little gap here. Which I could take a few of those ones, but it kind of, I don't know, it feels like that's not the greatest fill. If I duplicate one of these guys and I move it over, he's a bit too big, so I guess fine. We'll delete him. I'll just take a couple of these guys then. Duplicate. Duplicate. There we go. Duplicate. There. Duplicate again, and there. Okay, built. Sweet. Now for the wall part. Thinking, yeah, I'd kind of just duplicate the whole wall. So let's go into airlock again and just grab the whole wall and make it a wall component, like have a single parent that I can duplicate. And that seems to be all of it. Yeah, because that's part of the ceiling. Okay, so then just go empty parent. I'll just call this a wall. I don't know what side wall it looks like, but it should be okay. Then save. Go this. Go duplicate. Then again, I want to kind of take it out of the stuff there. It's definitely a little weird, but that does work. So now the bottom parts is a little weird with these things. They don't quite jive with my level connectors. So I might have to tweak them a bit. Probably just making them less Z scaled. Yeah. But not by much, I think. It's like go 2.4. No, that's still too much. 2.3. That's still poking through. Yeah, 2.3, it's no longer poking through, but it is too deep. But I could make walls coming out of there, probably to make that a bit better. But we can also just, oh, I don't want to make it. Yeah, I don't want to make it shorter. Yeah, okay, so we'll just try to cover that with walls on the lower level. So I'm gonna make this 2.3, and then no longer should poke out. I probably still actually want. No, I want to make these a little bit shorter. Let's go 2.2. 2.1. Just 2. Why don't we try 1.9, 1.8, 7, 6. Because that seems to touch it just barely. Yeah, so let's do 1.6. And the question is, how does that blend with the other one over here? Is not well at all. So if I go to these ones and change them, how does that look? Or should I just click instead of the thing I wanted to click? Okay. So what if I make these have... do they just have negative scaling? Well, it's just 1 and 6. Okay, no, this seems to be not right. Yeah, you start to see some ground there, but I can cover that up with other stuff. If anything, I just need to take these things and like stretch them a little bit and it'll be fine. Should do this in airlock though. Let's actually do that in airlock. I guess I should apply these settings here. We just grab the thingies, thingies, these things. Which I made this change to. We're gonna I don't know what I just did. I want to let me. Can I not apply? Do I have to apply these manually? Yeah, I think I have to. You have to apply them individually. So I guess I understand why they did that, but it's kind of annoying. What is this thing? Is this shown outside here? Barely? Yeah, barely. No one's gonna miss this one. Let's just delete it. Okay. Then we're gonna go into airlock and edit it. So the thing I was gonna do is basically take this and anything that's like it, and just of course this pivots over there. I can go to the center. Yeah, so if I go to the center and then I take my scaling tool and scale it so that it goes into there. That probably works. It's just how much did I get into there? So I basically want it to just touch. Yeah, there you go. So now it's covered, but it's not too bad. And then I probably need to move these guys a little bit so that they are kind of more on here. Although they're kind of questionable railings. Like, why do you need those railings, really? But oh well. Okay, go back. Let's try to look at what this looks like without gizmos for a second, if we can avoid it. Yeah, maybe I want this trim back. I just need to scale it on the X a little bit more. So that it goes through there. Yeah. There's actually a gap. No, I thought I got these to touch, but I did not. So maybe I'll just scale this up a little bit to compensate for that. 1.1, not even that much. 0.5. There you go. All right. Now let's just take the wall here. duplicate it. We will flip it around. Just gets it landed over there somewhere. Should I have done that like that? I don't know. And then, no, wrong way. Wrong way again. I guess this should be local. That I'm looking at it through the lens of, and then go back. Need to move it up, I guess. So it matches up there, but then that does match up, and it doesn't go through there, and then we got that. Sweet. My music has decided to stop playing. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the dog. Up. You can actually go. Cool. Because yeah, the house was getting cold. The room was getting cold. I didn't want to let him be out there anymore. So now I just basically need some wall thing that this would go into. I can probably curve these just to make that wall. Although nice, logically you should probably end it right there, but I could just make a little platform here and just be like, this is just random space. I don't know. Could have some sort of sign sitting here. It's like, hey, welcome to emergency exit 57 or something, or 73 or something. And then this will be going down. Then I need some sort of wall around these things to handle that, but we're getting there. It's the very exciting part about game dev, I guess. Where everyone just watches making levels. Let's delete that rock. Okay. So I want to have, basically there's a version of this that's a turn. So with this, yeah, it's that. And so, and so, and so. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why most of my game is procedurally generated. Is the reason why I didn't want to. So I didn't really want to do too much of this. But for like the first area, I think it definitely deserves to be you know, not just random like that. So gonna do my best. Did I actually change the height? No, it's 5.5.6. Yeah, okay, so that is actually correct. No, I wonder. Yeah, I might still want to go 1.6 here. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a little vertex thingy. There you go. duplicate this thing. I want to copy the component values here, and then we're going to put them in the other wall, and then we're going to paste component values. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense because it's the opposite side. Darn. I was thinking, oh, I'll just get it so easily in the right position. But no. So I need to flip this. So go 180, I guess. Nope, not 180. 90. Negative 90. Yeah. And where'd you just go? Go V there. Okay. And then we can take another one of these things, duplicate that, move it over. 0? No, negative 90. It's always the opposite. No, it's 180. Okay. Trying to remember why that is the case, but it's whatever. Okay. Is this the right length though? No, it is not. So, we will just have to scale it a little bit along the X until it is 220. That seems about right. I don't know why that's right, but it seems to be about right. And then here, maybe just take some of this flooring, go duplicate, and move it over. Doesn't really even matter if it's crashing through some of this. Just maybe it needs to be slightly lower. Negative 0, 1 or something. 0, 0, 1. So it doesn't flash like that, but it's not going to be really seen by the player. Although the bumps are kind of annoying there. That little part is annoying. Yeah, okay, maybe it's not the best. I have a better ground piece. Just need to find it. Let's just go to this. Corner. That could work. I thought I had a better one though. Guess let's just use this. Put it in here. Heading out now. Thanks for dropping in. I actually forgot to check with you if you had checked out the nav mesh stuff, and I think I was supposed to show you that, but guess I can always drop it on your stream and see how you're doing with that. But it's pretty self-explanatory. So Melissa will probably understand it. So length of that, and then we'll just do from the center. We will scale you this way. Yeah, I think that's gonna look fine. Again, it's gonna only be viewable from the player like this, and they're probably not gonna look at it very much either way. So I think that's fine. Now, for this part, we want to have this. There's like a corner piece that I'm looking for now. At least I thought there was a corner piece. But maybe I'm just crazy. Probably a better way to find this would be go to the other scene. Save this one first and go game scene. What is this? It's just a random door. It's gigantic. Do I not? I'm there, but okay. So in some of these, for example. No, okay, yeah, they just go like that. In the corners. Alrighty then. I guess this is my only example of it. Okay, so you're just gonna, they just often did that. I guess I expected there to be like a flat piece that kind of went up, but I guess that is not actually the case. Yeah, and everything else, they just do this. And here, this is kind of like the only level connector I had before, but I was trying to see. And yeah, that's just walls. Okay. Trying to see if I can make this look a little nicer. The other one. Ooh. Dude, I want to maybe... I do have a few cornered pieces. I just... These are the outer ones. Yeah, not that. Yeah, okay. So there's nothing for this type of section. So yeah, I guess I'll just find a trim piece that kind of fits in there. Yeah, so this is the piece that I used previously, so let's just use the same piece. Okay, so I just need to scale this up. I'm gonna assume that it's just like 2.5 scaling on all these. Actually, no, this would be 1.6, and this would be 2.5, I assume. That actually seems a little high, but 1.6. I guess that scale, it doesn't really matter that much, but oh well. Move it back. Of course, it's not gonna nicely align there. I guess what I'll try is do this. There, and then I can move it down. I don't know. Right. I scale it down just so that it matches. Oh, so this needs to be adjusted because it needs to also have the turny bit. So maybe I delete this and I move this back. Yeah. And just delete that. Because there's a trim corner of this, I believe. Just need to remember where it is and what it looks like. Yeah, these are all the 0x1s. Actually, it doesn't have them on these sides, no. Yeah, because it just goes straight into the wall. I could do the straight into the wall approach, actually, if I just... kind of kept... So I could, yeah, I could put this, instead of this way here, I rotate it 90 degrees, this 90 degrees, and then we push it over here. What does that not match up? There. And then just need one of these little bulkheads. is this not the same? Of course, yeah, it's not. Of course, it's not the same size because it's not the same size. 1.6. I'll just extend that out a little bit. That should be okay. Or maybe we do the same thing. We just delete this thing. We move this guy in, this guy over, and then we go 1.6. I guess it needs to be one more over. Why did that one work so nicely? No idea. Okay. Just size it up there. Then go to this guy. Go duplicate. Then flip around. Flip the Z. No. Right, okay, I just need to actually put it probably in this wall. And then set it this to 0. No, not the Z. The X is 0. Alright, close enough. There we go. Okay, and then we just need a wall here. And so what wall shall we use? We have something that's flatter. Yeah, that seems kind of like a decent wall. Do this wall. Again, let's throw it into here so you can zero out its rotation. And I guess I'll give it an X rotation. And then let's just times it by 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. It's actually too big, but I'm not quite sure what the right road sizing would be. Do I care about that? Not. Just being kind of more of a plain wall, or does look maybe too plain. I like this wall, but it might be too on the opposite side of like too detailed. So maybe we'll do like something. Maybe like this. Again, throw it in here, 0 rotation. And how big is this thing? 2.2. Like 2.5 though, no? They're not that high. 2.2. I make it 2.5. How big are these things? Well, these things are actually the normal scale, and they have this thing on the top, I guess. But the normal height does not work for this, so... I'm not quite sure what it's meant to be. Just grab another pivot and then move it along here. So I could just make this wider. so that effectively fits the whole wall. 3.2 or something. What's the pivot? Pivot's that good because I want to make this a little bit higher so that it roughly fits there. Okay, and then again, what I wanted to try to do is take this. There you go. That should center it. So if I unselect it, yeah, that kind of looks like it. What it I expect kind of the end of the bulkhead to be like. Can I actually see through here, or is that? No, that is covered. That's just what that is. But maybe I can make it slightly scaled down. So if I go into center though, and go scaling, just slightly pull this in. There you go. Okay. Yeah, and then I just need to deal with the stairs going further down. And how that's supposed to work. That's going to be fun. Especially dealing with these things now, because I have to kind of hide those things from being seen, but... while also not quite messing up anything that's above them. It's easy on the sides because you just kind of make a wall. Doggo wants out. He'll just like huff at the door forever until I let him out. So, but then he'll also just like sit outside the door. Alrighty. Gotta have something for the sides here. These kind of seem like they would fit. So what does 0, 0? Oh, great. Okay. Just trying to get it to come over a little bit. Okay. I thought was take this guy, maybe rotate him 90 degrees. Put him on the side here. Where's his actual pivot? His pivot's there. Okay, so I take his most end pivot and kind of put it up, touch in there. Then I were to scale him so that you are the length of this. I thought was actually going to be more of like a normal number, but it seems like it's not. That's okay. Yeah, that's a very weird number. I thought that was going to be a normal number, but I guess I'm wrong. Okay. What is the geometry on this? This is kind of wacky. I don't know why they have so many things like this. That's some strange geometry. Duplicate though, and then we're gonna go and flip you. Then take you kind of over here. Again, just gonna get the edge and the edge there. Okay. Kind of got walls on either side. Each for the start, and then we can build more as we go. I wonder, I think I would probably just go for having some sort of metal thing kind of being right underneath the stairs. I wonder if I could use something like this, just angling it down. I think that there's a bigger piece of this. There's the 4x8. Yeah, so if I take this, and again, put this in here so I can zero out the rotation. Make that a little bit more pleasant to work with. God, some of the angles are in this are kind of annoying to deal with. And so probably, I guess first just get this angle to match up here. Right, and then this has a scale. What is the scale? 1.23. That's great scale. 1.23. I should match it exactly. Okay. Then we're gonna take this floor and we're gonna rotate it on the X, I believe, yeah. And it should be like -45 or something. I don't know what angle these staircases are going at. Does that match, or is that slightly too sharp? Okay, that's slightly too sharp of an angle. If I look at these staircases, do the colliders here have an angle? 36. So let's copy that. Probably gonna be negative, yeah. Okay, that matches that, and then actually, I almost don't even need to do anything further. It just kind of matches the steps going down. That looks pretty well. Now, how do I do something similar for the ceiling? Hmm. There's really not many floor options. Just thinking how these kind of look squished, so that I might want to actually go and scale them up as well by 2.6, and then just grab this top vertex and line it there, and same thing with this guy. 2 point. Just copy this exact thing. Move you down. I don't know where I moved you down to. Then V. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it seems fine. And then this one I could almost scale as well more in the Z, and probably no one would even notice. I have a giant wall thing. You need to actually not have that thing go into the ground, because otherwise you're gonna hit that and then it'll be weird. There's just an invisible wall in a hallway. Okay. Just maybe move that up until wait, what the oh, I was rotating it. I was moving the wrong thing. Okay. I'm gonna move that too high now though. I almost certainly did move that too high. Okay, so let's get that in the right position so that it no longer blocks that, but otherwise does block all the other stuff. Slightly higher, I think. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I'm still thinking about the ceiling. What would I expect to see on the ceiling there? It probably would have these type of things going into it, but something like this on the side. I'll see if I can make this work. Might be a little bit of a stretch, but do what we can. Oh crap, it's actually getting on there in time. I gotta wrap up in like 5 minutes. Yeah, damn. Zero this, and then go this, and then if I take this and maybe like align it here that the right thing? Yeah. Actually, no, I'm aligning the wrong side. Should be taking this and aligning it here. And then doing the whole, this angle. Okay, wrong direction then. Is it this one then? Okay, I guess negative? Something kind of like that. I guess this would have to be in. So it would be this vertex. This vertex aligning with there, I think. Again, this. No. This vertex aligning here. I'll just move it manually over. Like there. If I duplicate this and I move it over so that the bottom meets the bottom here. Does that look passable? Connect in there? Yeah. Then I just need to make one of these guys flipped onto the other side, basically. What I think I want to do ideally, I try to make something that I can copy, but I'll just for now just copy this thing. We will invert the X, not the X, Z, I guess. Yeah. And then move it over to that side. What I should be trying to do is getting this vertex and aligning it there. Then I'd probably have, I need to have some sort of ceiling thing here. That would connect kind of there. What if I have more wires? That might be more like in details or decals. Or not in decals, but in details. I thought there was like a cable detail. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. Is there anyone I actually want to raid here? Is she actually still streaming? There she is. I actually might. Okay. I'm gonna raid out then and say hello to a streamer that I've wanted to catch for a while, but is never on when I need to actually stream them. So I'm gonna raid out to them, and then I'll resume this tomorrow. Basically, we'll just continue our dark descent. It's gonna look creepy and less blue. It's just shader compiling. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna walk down this hallway. This doesn't seem ominous at all, right? Okay. So let's do that. Let's raid. Yeah, Fendril. So I wanted to say hi to her. I have not. It's another horror streamer. She's playing some sort of horror game, I think. Wild Silver. I'm not sure if it's horror or not, but looks like a cool game. So we're gonna go raid her and say hello. Thank you all for watching. I always forget which one I'm supposed to click there. Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.